Hi, so welcome back to another video. So I'm just gonna be reviewing my Leatherman Surge kit today. So this is an all-in-one solution, a compact solution to take care of stuff when you're off-road, when you're out of station, and just something to put in your backpack when you head out, so that you're prepared for pretty much a lot of stuff. Right, so let's get into it. So I have two things on the outside. I have a flashlight and a ratchet tool. So this ratchet tool is pretty handy. So if you're working in tight spaces, and helps you out. So you can change directions with this knob. So the next thing we have here is a flashlight, small compact flashlight. To turn it on, you need to screw it and unscrew it to turn it off. Now getting into the main section. So this is the tool. I've got it in a black Oxide version. So this tool is relatively new. So even though it looks like it's been used up a little, it's less than a month old. And this black Oxide version of it gets a lot of scratches actually. It doesn't, it's rugged, so it doesn't really matter much. And another thing is, when you get this tool, there's a lot of oil everywhere and all the implements and everything. So for instance, when you open the knife, there'll be a lot of oil all around here and stuff, so I wiped it down with the rag. And this is a relatively older tool, so the newer ones are the free, so those are supposed to be good, but they're not that versatile. So I bought this because this tool is quite versatile. Right, so I have some more things inside. And these are the things that came with the tool. These are the only two things that came with the tool, and all the other stuff I've added on. So like the ratchet and the flashlight and the saw. So one is a speed wood saw, a basic wood saw, and an aluminium saw. So another thing is, I have like two more saws in the inside. So there's like two metal saws. And this implement came with the tool. So this is a diamond file. It's quite useful to sharpen your knives and everything. And this I had to purchase separately. So in fact they give you two of these. So the problem is, you can't fit both of them together inside the sheath. The one which comes with the Surge, the 2020 version. Right, so let's put these things aside. So this is one thing I like about the Surge. It can adapt to almost all your needs. You can cut through aluminium, you can cut through metal, you can cut through wood, you can cut through plastic. And this wood stuff works on PVC and other things as well, so like softer materials. And it also comes with the eyeglass screw, but there's no way to use it as such because they've removed that implement from this tool. And look at it later. So now, looking at all the implements inside the tool, There are 4 accessible from the outside when the tool is closed. The first thing is the straight edge knife. And all these implements lock with a liner lock. Right? You press this and then you can get it in. Second implement is right opposite to the knife is the scissors. So these scissors are pretty heavy duty. Like you can cut through a lot of stuff with this. These are supposed to be one of the most heavy duty scissors to come on any multi-tools. So it's a nice thing to have. And to open it you need to so when it's in locked position it's like this, and you need to get it back to activate the spring, and now the spring is activated. And you can't push it back in just like this. So another thing is when you activate the spring, that's when the line lock gets activated as well. So when you open the scissors, it won't get locked by itself unless you activate the spring. Right? Yeah, this is a very clever design. So you can fling it open but it won't lock. Right? See this? Won't lock. But if once you start using the knife, so when you just push it out and then activate the spring here, so that's when this part gets locked as well. So now it's locked. So looking at it again, and to put it back into its original position, you basically unlock it. That's when the spring gets detensioned and you can put it away. Right? And it goes in. And on the other side, so the straight edge blade doesn't have any markings here, and to signify this blade, which is a serrated edge blade, there are some markings. And this locks as well. So this is quite useful to cut ropes, paracord, or things like that. And the last but the most versatile implement, the reason I went for this tool over any other tool, is this. This is a replaceable blade implement, and it takes T-shanks. So they give you these two when you buy it, right? And I've added 5 more blades. So this is a wood blade. This is actually pretty nice compared to the ones which I have, but it's good to have more blades than you need, and they hardly take up any room, so it doesn't really matter much. And how this works is, apparently the older versions didn't have the spring tensioners, so that's a welcome addition, I think. Yeah. And there's a small divot to help you push it out with your nail. Right, so you just line it up, and yeah, and it goes. So now I have a metal cutting implement. I can cut metal with this, and speedwood is especially good because with this you can saw through wood much quicker than the one which Leatherman gives you, because it takes a lot more material out every stroke. Alright, so this diamond file is nice, and it's better to use it outside the tool, because when it's in the tool you don't get that feel, especially when you're sharpening something, sharpening a knife or any other tool for that matter. So yeah, I would like to keep it out, and I usually prefer keeping the saw blade in this, so if ever I need it, I mean that'll be the first thing I'd need. Those are all the tools on the outside, and for the tools on the inside, this is the lock. This is how they lock, and all the tools, all the implements on this tool lock. So to remove it, just pull it out, and yeah, there you go. And this multi-tool is pretty comfortable in the hand because it has all soft edges. When you open it like this, so there's a ruler along the body here. So on top it's in inches and the bottom it's in centimeters. So I don't know how accurate it will be, because when you skip over from this part to this part, this might not be as accurate as you want it to be. I think it gets the job done. Right, so yeah, there you go. And getting into the tools on the inside, this is a can opener / wire stripper and bottle opener all in one. This is quite a useful tool, I think. And right next to that we have the bit adapter. Yeah, they give you one replaceable bit, and I purchased this to expand the potential of that implement. So I've put up all the most useful tools, or the bits that I would probably use, into one, and I've been carrying that in the sheath. But I have the other bit in my backpack, so in case I need it, then I can start using that as well. So yeah, and moving on now. So this is an awl, and you can sew leather or punch holes into wood. This is a very useful tool when you're outdoors, because you can make a lot happen with an awl. Another problem that I've been having, I think new Leatherman, this because of this black oxide coat, so it keeps coming off on my hand every time I use it. I think it's going to reduce over time, but yeah, I mean it's kind of hard to get it off as well in washing hands. Okay, so this awl, let's close it down. So as an awl, there's a flathead implement. I think you can use this as a pry tool, but not sure if it'll hold up to all the punishment, because Leatherman doesn't advertise this as a pry tool. And there's a small flathead here, so if you need to get into something or open up a flathead screw in a pinch, then yeah, this is here. I think the older Leatherman used to come with the sunglasses, that small tiny bit adapter. that was a better implement. I don't know why Leatherman took it out. But yeah, it sucks. It's not around anymore. But I think with the replaceable bit, I could do so much with this that I wouldn't need some dedicated implement just for one tool. Doesn't make sense. And with this sunglasses bit holder, I don't know how I would, but I think I'd have to use the pliers to hold it steady and then try to screw in the screws on my sunglasses. Bad decision, Leatherman. Just taking away functions. Moving on. So this has a replaceable wire cutter. I mean, if it gets blunt by any chance, then you have the option to replace it. And there's a heavy duty wire cutter here in this part. It's something a lot of people don't know. And so, what else? So there is a lanyard ring somewhere on this tool. So to get to it, so you open this up and then you need to push this out right here. So take something and then, yeah, push it out. So this is something not a lot of people know about, but yeah, quite useful if you're putting it in a very like tight pack or something. And it's well hidden, so a lot of people who own this don't really know about it unless someone tells them. So now you know. Right. This was my multi-tool, and now let's put it back together. This is my review of my Leatherman multi-tool, and I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.